is very famous. Professor Amartya Sen, Nobel Prize winner economist, had examined the problem of famine in India. So we inherited India after independence, which had no opportunities of employment. India was an agricultural country, but we inherited India where there was no assured irrigation, only 30% irrigation facilities were there. This was the first situation that is, we inherited this problem of poverty and unemployment from Britishers. Then second is slow economic growth rate. Unemployment in India is due to slow economic growth rate. From 1947 to 1967, there was only 3% growth rate. This 3% growth rate is known as Hindu growth rate. This Hindu growth rate term is coined by Professor Raj Krishna. That for 30 years in the country, from 1947, 57, 67, and thereafter 30 years on an average 3% growth rate. This slow growth rate did not generate more job opportunities in our country. Slow growth rate. From 77 onward also, 80s and 90s witnessed 6% growth rate. So this is the second condition, and the third condition is, third cause, that inadequate employment planning in the country. India adopted economic planning technique of development. 5-year plan was established. First 5-year plan was established. Agriculture was given priority. Second 5-year plan was established. Industry was given priority. But there was no priority of employment. It was thought by P.C. Mahalanobis that if industrialization will grow, employment will automatically increase. Unfortunately, capital-intensive technology was adopted. Large number of iron steel industry was established in Bokaro, Bhilai, Durgapur, Rourkela. But all these adopted capital-intensive technique. Jobs opportunities was not increased in that way as it should be. There was no manpower planning. Even today you ask that how many persons are unemployed, you will not get data. Unemployment data is indicator of success or failure of the government. In census, it was added that you can find out that the pattern of employment, unemployment may be studied. But there was no manpower planning. That how much manpower is generated through population and where will they go? In subsistence sector, agriculture, or in tertiary sector, industry, or in service sector, in transport and banking. So, inadequate employment planning is another factor for continuous unemployment. Every year, person becomes age of 21. Voting right is on 18. But employment right is When will you get employment? Most of the job, 21 years. So backlog of unemployed youth in cumulative frequency of unemployment has started because they are not getting job. Next is educational system. Educational system, outdated educational system prevailed in our country after independence. We carried forward British education system. There was a talk about the Gandhian system of education. But education pattern is fully delinked from the skill formation. You are a graduate, but you don't know how to drive motorbike. You don't know how to drive car. You don't know how to drive heavy vehicles. You don't know how to drive railway engine. This should be made part in the curriculum so that youth who are interested in that, they will get basic knowledge. Nowadays we are taught signal system, red light, blue light. In childhood, most of the students are now reading. A skill formation must be added. Vocational education must be developed, but that was not. General education was there. After 1956 in India, engineering colleges were established. IIT, IIM, IIT all were developed after 1956 when large scale industries were established. Polytechnics, ITI all were developed after 1956. But its efficiency is not up to the mark, and therefore it has lost its importance in the way of expansion of employment. If you are just matric and you did IIT, you did ITI trade, machine man, you can be employed as machine man. But nowadays you have degrees, you have certificates of ITI, but you don't know the trade, you don't know how to complete the trade. There is a lack of machine men, which is the base of the industrialization. Then overseer, polytechnic of intermediate stage. Large number of fascinations towards bank clerk, and several crore our youth are engaged in banking service preparation. The importance of polytechnic reduced. So there is a mismatch between demand and supply. And there is a fast changing technology. At present, there is introduction of robotics, artificial intelligence, things of internet, use of clouds, sharply changing the technology. And what we find out, that in India there is a jobless growth. There is a growth rate, 6% plus minus. Even at Notbandi, 6% minus, and after recovery, 6% plus. This is called modified Hindu growth rate. Hindu growth rate was 3%, now modified is 6% plus minus. There is no breakthrough. 13% interest rate, 13% growth rate, 12% growth rate in China, having more population than us. So inadequate, outdated education system is the cause that a skill formation could not be done. Nowadays, vocational education has developed, engineering colleges increase in number, medical colleges increase in number. And another cause that politicians talk about many things, not about self-employment. There is a lack of motivation towards self-employment. Youth mind is fed by the politicians about different things. Free geo that may be utilized in such type of job which can be done with the free geo. So there is a lack of motivation for self-employment. We never teach our students that government job is limited. Even if you are equally qualified, even if you have equal intelligence coefficient, you may not be selected because the number of job is less. And there is a contradiction. Nowadays, in the world, there is a hypothesis that reduce the size of government, increase the size of private sector. So craze for government job is in backward states, where there is no job opportunity elsewhere. You have seen in the newspaper that engineer, MBA, MSc, mathematics, they applied for peon in a bank. This is eye-opener to the authority at the top. This is a limit. You cannot say that all are not capable. Engineer, MBA, MA, MSc, BSc, BCom, all applied for peon job in bank because they thought that 20,000 is secured. They will work as a peon and they will leave when they will get alternative. What was the motive? They want to work under legal framework. They are not thinking otherwise. They applied for that. In a bank, clerk will get, peon will get 20,000. So there is a case of lack of motivation in our country, lack of motivation by the social leaders, political leaders, even parents, mindset. And another is backward technology. Our growth rate is poor because of backward technology. River bridges were not there. It took long hours to move from one place to the other. National highway were on the way of construction. But nowadays, all these are half done, but it is in process. Technology updated technology, must be used. Either it is for war material or other purposes. Modern technology is better than the outdated technology. Modern technology will have less job opportunity. But different types of jobs will be created and there will be substitution of person from one job to another. A specific factor and non-specific factor. The economist Weiser, he said that a specific factor and non-specific factor, two types of factors of production is employment market. Non-specific factor can do any work. But suppose one is pilot, he will do only one job. Pilot is a specific factor. If you know railway engine driving, then it is a specific factor. So non-specific factor can go to different job, different occupations, different type of, there is more scope for that. So heterogeneity of the factors of production are the reality, not the illiterate labor force that is the thing. And so the last one, after cause of unemployment in India, is population growth. There was a rapid growth of population and they added a youth in the population pattern. This high population growth rate and not utilizing that in a proper way has created a scarcity of job. Population growth rate, high population growth rate is in China also. But there is a right to employment. Everyone in job. If they are not working, he will be in hospital. Such type of truth exists. And therefore Chinese economy is growing very fastly. China has reduced poverty, eradication of poverty to a large extent. By the reduction of poverty in China, world poverty reduced. Because in the world, highest population size in China. But we are having the next to the China population could not eradicate unemployment and poverty from the country. We all know that poverty and unemployment are mutually exclusive. Remove poverty, unemployment will be removed. Remove unemployment, poverty will be removed. So poverty and unemployment are mutually exclusive. So government must think in a constructive way, utilizing computer, machines, power, and how many persons are passed from different stream of education, must have a Excel data, growth rate, employment rate, residual rate. Then the focus will be where to put them in work. Until then, they must be provided free education in colleges. In most of the colleges, girls are getting free education. But the education is in the hand of government. Free education government should provide to youth. Then youth, that money which they invest in education will invest in a skill formation. General education should be free. If a skill formation is there, government should provide subsidy so that your population becomes productive population. Productive population is asset to the society. Illiterate population is liability to the society. Population is not a bad thing. Population is good. It is a creation of mankind. And the purpose of economics is to serve mankind. India is supplier of human labor. India is supplier of human being. Some of them brain power, some of them muscle power. But they are not properly utilized. Nobody think about them. Not he himself never think that what will be my life after graduation. So I conclude that motive of self-employment, number one, join a skill development center where job is guaranteed. And third, that at a state and central level, there must be manpower planning. Taking data from the skill formation center, taking data from the college university. Everyone has Aadhaar card. Data is there. And try to utilize them if you want to develop India as emerging economy and developed economy in the world. Our youth force can do that. Thank you.